He was old school, enthusiastic, liked players who were enthusiastic, liked the running, hard man. Had a hard assistant in Eddie Robertson, and it was. I remember the day he got sacked, and it was very sad, for me, because he'd given me the chance. But that's obviously, you get to learn that's just one of the things that happens, and the best thing they ever had for Tranmere is they brought him back.
Is it a worrying time for a young footballer when the man who's given you a chance gets let go while you're still trying to make your name in the team?
Well, I suppose so, yeah, But at the time, I was just about in the team, playing pretty regular, I think. I mean, you're throwing facts at me here, thank God, because I can't remember half of it. But, yeah, it'd be worrying, yeah, because you don't know who's going to come in, you don't know if they fancy you, you don't know, if they're just going to get rid of you or whatever. But it's a different era that we are in now, what Tranmere are in then. We were bottom of the 4th division, just fighting re-election, obviously, so we weren't the greatest of teams as it happened. And then, obviously, Kingy coming back brought the team to a completely new level. Now, as far as Tranmere goes, I would love to have played at Tranmere when you're getting 17,000 there and you're in every cup, and that very, very good team. That would have been great. Unfortunately, when I was there, it was like maximum 2,000-3,000, and some bad times, it could be 1,000. So I would love to have been at Tranmere as it being my local club when you were getting full stadiums, you were playing in big games, and you were doing that. That would have been fantastic.
Johnny was known for his eccentricity during his second spell at Tranmere. Strange nicknames, wonderful metaphors and similes. Was he the same during his first spell?
Well, yeah, he'd have all sorts of different things. I think everyone says the dog picks the team on a Friday night. He goes for a walk with the dog and has a chat, and then he decides whether you're playing or not. But yeah, he was good, and obviously he was a friend of the family at the time. So it was nice, it was nice working with him.
So how well did your dad know Johnny, and where did that connection first come in?
Well, he knew him very well because my dad obviously played for Tranmere. I'm not sure if they wouldn't have been far away from overlapping when Kingy was starting. So, and my father had the sports shop and he supplied the football kits. So he'd been down there getting the kits and sorting out training gear and whatever. So they'd known each other quite well.
When did you get news of your pro contract then? You'd had this 6 weeks. Can you remember what that moment was like of making it as a first teamer?
It was probably good. It was good news. I just went part-time at first. I think it was something like £50 a week part-time. So I was going to still do a little bit of work at my dad's shop, but I think within a month or so they changed it and made me full-time and broke the bank with £100. Yeah.
It's incredible the wages that you talk about now compared to then. I mean, we had John Aspinall on before Christmas, I think it was, or no, just after Christmas. And I don't know if you necessarily overlapped with John, but John talked of how they offered him a pro contract, but actually he was better being semi-pro because he could earn more money being semi-pro and working elsewhere in the week as well.
Yeah. Well, John was probably the only... There was a time when, after Kingy had left, the club were in big trouble, and a lot of West Cheshire players ended up playing because, no disrespect to the players, the club was skint. So John stayed there. He played at Camel Laird's with me. So John was working at Capenhurst, I think, or Urenco, whatever it's called now. And there's no way Tranmere could afford to give up a job where he's getting more money. But to get the two wages together, he was probably earning more than any of us at Tranmere.
So the dog picked the team, as you say, Johnny King's dog, and the first time you are picked in the team, you come off the bench in a 1-0 win over Doncaster at Prenton Park. John Kerr scoring the goal. How much do you remember about that game?
Not much at all, really. I can remember being picked, getting the phone call on a Sunday. It was, I think, if I'm not wrong, it was a Monday night. And I can remember, I think I'd been out the Saturday because I had no chance of being picked. And there was, I don't know, a few injuries. Next thing, I got the phone call to say, you'll be involved on Monday. So it was great, yeah, good news.
So you're playing that. You come off the bench in the next game, a few days later against Lincoln, a 3-0 defeat at Sincil Bank. And then you make your first Tranmere start in a 5-0 defeat to Bournemouth, which, as you reminded me before we hit record. Is a very famous game in Tranmere folklore. If you go down to Prenton Park now, you will see the mural of the goalkeeper being hit on the backside by the fan with the walking stick. How much do you remember of that game and that particular incident?
To be honest, I can remember that. I think I don't know, memory serves me right or wrong. I think I scored the goal that got disallowed, and the old boy come over the back, and the keeper's bending down to take the kick. Yeah, I can remember that. More so because during the week after, it was in all the papers everywhere about him being banned from the ground. What was he? What age was he?
He was very old, wasn't he?
So it was easy to remember because obviously the papers picked it up as well. So it was national news, I think, at the time.